Hey guys, welcome back to the Foolish Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you really like it, hit that subscribe. Alright, wanted to talk a little bit about today's loss. Michigan goes down to Ohio State 68-57, and Jekyll and Hyde returns. The pathetic offense of Penn State and other games Michigan just can't do anything has returned. And it just brings up a few points here. One, Michigan shot terribly. They were 50% in the first half. It was 33-30 game at half. Okay. But man, Michigan missed the chance to get out. They missed, like Eli Brooks missed like 2 layups in the first couple minutes. Hunter Dickinson didn't score in the first, I think 4, maybe 5, 6 minutes. It's like they just missed so many shots. It's like if you could just get those shots, get some momentum going, get up early on Ohio State, build some momentum, but they just missed these easy shots. And, if you watch my Purdue video, it's the law of averages, right? Michigan shot 57% from 3 versus Purdue, 24% in this game. And that includes the Houston shot at the very end of the game that, so really, outside of that token one, where it didn't really help too much of anything, Michigan would have been 3 out of 17, or 16, of course, I'm going to count that one. So they finished 4 out of 17 for the game, just couldn't do anything. The only one who had a shot when it mattered in the 3 land was Eli Brooks. And he led the way with, I think, 17 points. Hunter had a pretty poor game, 14 points for him. It just seemed Michigan could not get out of their own way, especially in the second half. They could not put together 2 possessions in a row with a field goal, with points. I mean, I even wrote it down on my note sheet. When it was 46-36 with 13:30-ish to go in the game, I wrote game over. Because Michigan was playing so pathetically on offense. And basically, it never got below 5 points. There was a few possessions there where Michigan had it at 5 points and just couldn't do anything. A frustrating game. Don't get me wrong, frustrated. And Liddel could not be stopped. Leads all scores 28 points. I mean, he is what he is, and he gets all the calls possible. It's so annoying. I'm sure Ohio State fans or any rival fan base would say, that player on Michigan gets all the calls, or that player. But man, it's like, he just lowers his shoulder into people, and he gets the fadeaway. It's no big deal. I mean, what are we supposed to do, flop to get the offensive foul call, I guess? The refs, again, the first half, fine. I hate basketball for this. I just hate it so much. The refs call 10 fouls in the first half, combined. In the second half, they just start calling every stupid little nitpicky thing, and it gets so annoying because what they call there isn't called there, and it's really annoying as heck. Ugh. So, think about a few things in this game. The refs screwed up a few calls. Devontae Jones went for the layup, and it was blocked by Liddel, fine, and he completely got destroyed by Liddel. Where was the body call? And what happens on that? They go down, they get a layup. 4-point swing there. Otherwise, Michigan totally screwed up a play. They had the 2 points, Devontae Jones to Hunter Dickinson for an easy dunk, bad pass. Robbie Hummel kept saying if he'll rue that one, that he should just had less speed on that pass. Miss the 2-pointer, give up a 3-pointer, 5-point swing. Obviously, you had the free throws at the end of the game when Michigan's trying to extend the game foolishly. It's like we're hitting nothing. Why even do this? So, some foul calls, especially in the second half. Diabate got called for his 4th one, and the ESPN tries to show you the replay. ESPN and Fox, all of them just are trash at showing you replays. Every network is just trash at showing you replays that matter. They want to show you the dunks. They want to show you the nice layups or whatever. Fine. They don't show you the consequential plays. Diabate got called for a foul. They look at the replay well, that couldn't have been the foul, could it? No. Hunter Dickinson gets called for a little push or something. He's been getting pushed all game. It's been a totally physical game. And now the refs are calling it. And that's what's so annoying is the refs completely changed the way they call the game. And what did that do? That sent Young to the line, who was 80-some%, just drains his shots. I tell you what, Ohio State's Young was the unsung hero. I don't know his official stat line, but man, he played really well. And kudos to him. You need to have that player that will step up, make those plays defensively, make some shots, get those rebounds. That's what Michigan's really missing. They don't have anyone off the bench that can do that for them or will do that. The only ones Michigan scored on this game were 4 points from Frankie Collins. Nothing else. I mean, Buffkin got in for 1 minute. They were like, did Buffkin even play? Yeah, he got in for like 1 minute. I just don't understand why Juwan Howard didn't go with more bench again, because Michigan, you're playing 3 games in 5 days. And if you look at the Purdue game, your bench scored 2 points in that game. It's like, that's the biggest downfall of Michigan, is you don't have any production that can come in off the bench and give you even a shot, basically. I mean, Terrence Williams, no. Brandon Johns Jr. is like, maybe, right? No, like maybe every couple games he'll hit a shot. It's like, oh, it's so annoying. Like, this team has no bench, so you have to just play the 5 starters basically the whole game, and of course they're going to get tired in 3 games in 5 days. The biggest frustration to me, in a way, just as a fan, is that Michigan had this as a game that they could have won. Ohio State played well. Ohio State took advantage of the calls they got. They got to the free throw line, a nice 18-6 advantage. They took advantage of it. Good. Right? Ohio State did what you have to do. If the refs are going to start calling really wussy junk, force them to call really wussy junk for you. And that's what they did. But the thing that really annoys me is Michigan just could not hit anything. It's so annoying. Wide open threes. Hunter missed all his threes. Houston only hit 1. And man, you just see, I don't understand the ebb and flow of Houston. Purdue game, he's aggressive. Today, he's like passive. He had a couple drives to the lane in the second half, and he just like looked to pass instead of just going up and drawing contact at least, get to the free throw line, or go up for a layup and see what happens. He's like, was afraid. It's like, come on, man, be aggressive. What happened to the guy that played against Purdue? Man, he's just a ghost. He's either really good, he's like the new Brandon Johns, except for Johns is just bad all the time now. But, you know, early season, Brandon Johns would, like, play, like, he'd show up some games and others. That's what you got with Caleb Houston now. He's just a ghost, or he's there. You know, Michigan shoots like 40-some% for the game, 41% for the game. That's not going to cut it, man. 24%, 23.5% from three-point. That's not going to cut it. You got to shoot better than that. And Michigan doesn't have anyone to come off the bench like, you know, they had last year with Sean D. Brown Jr. They don't have that. They don't. It's like, and that's the biggest drawback. Michigan does not have shooters. If they can shoot good, then they play like they do against Purdue. They don't shoot good, you get this trash. You get the trash versus Penn State. The other team's just trash. I mean, it's just crazy to think that this team put up 82 points, shot the lights out, and now this game they're just complete trash again. It's so, man. It is what it is. A loss is a loss, just like the win versus Purdue was a win versus Purdue. It's just a chance where you just eke out this one, get some shots down, but Michigan never had any momentum. Kudos to Ohio State. Tip your hat to the refs a little bit. And you know what? A loss is a loss. I'm not going to say the refs cost the game. No, Michigan's poor, horrible, wretched shooting. Missing so many easy open shots to start the game. And then Ohio State played good defense at times too. But Michigan just shot so poorly. That's why they lose. And, you know, people say, oh, Howard can't call up a play, right? It's like, people who need to hit their open shots, and they weren't. So, I just didn't see that urgency. Even, I know the game was over, but 90 seconds to go. Devontae Jones, Michigan has the ball, and Devontae Jones is just like dribbling, like well beyond 3-point range, just sitting there, just like waiting for like a weave to happen or something. Howard had to call a timeout. It's like, what are you guys even doing? There was no urgency whatsoever there. I know the game was over, but run a play. It's like, man, frustrating. Meh. A loss is a loss. This one stings because this was a home game that was on ESPN. Could have really helped Michigan's chances to make the tournament. Now they're back to squarely. They need another win against a ranked team, and they can't, you know, lose any, you know, I don't know, any bad losses. But they're not playing any bad teams. I don't think they're going to have any bad losses. And a bad loss would be like to Maryland or Minnesota, who they lost to. Hey, so great. Well, long rant. Sorry. Let me know what you guys think. Michigan throws a dud after an excellent game versus Purdue. Was it through the emotionally spent? 3 games in 5 days. Lots of excuses. All it ends up being is a disappointing loss, 68-57 to Ohio State. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts about this game. Thanks for watching, and until I see you guys next time, as always, go Blue!